Well, here I am in Outback, Queensland with my 24 GX550 Overtrail. As you can see, we've got a few friendly faces here saying hello. So this is the Outback, Mount Isa to be precise. This is the GX. I've had it now for a month, roughly. I've got about 6,000 kilometers on it. And this review is all about the good and maybe not as good as it should be. That said, it's a remarkable car. Love driving it. I've gone some pretty gnarly places off-road in it already, and never missed a beat. Everything was easy. Better than me, that's for sure. So yes, the review should be reasonably short and sweet. I did do one on the way out to Mount Isa yesterday, and it was over an hour long, so I'm going to keep this one at about 15 minutes, and I'll show you a bit of the Outback as I'm going back to Cairns tomorrow. So there you go, there's the GX Lexus, we've named it. So one of the things a lot of people have, when it was first shown, oh, that's a very vertical windscreen, going to get a lot of stone chips. They knew what they're talking about. Not even a month old. I don't know if you can see that, but stone chips, cracks, quite annoying. Now a 4 to 8 week wait for a genuine replacement windscreen. So tires are not very noisy. You'd expect them to be a lot worse. The bonnet protector, because of the acre of metal there at the front, I didn't want stone chips, has made it much quieter. We used to get a lot of wind noise around here. I think it might be that bit that was the culprit, or the sharp edges here. That has minimized the noise quite considerably. So I'm quite impressed with that, to be honest. Power, tons. Never have an issue with power for it. It's we've got the two-tone black roof and obviously Moon Desert, but and we also have the Chateau interior, which is beautiful. Love it. Now, I've been asked several times about the black roof. It doesn't make it super hot. I haven't found that it has. I think there's an awful lot of insulation there, and the air conditioning is so good. Really, really efficient in this car. So I'm quite impressed with it, other than the broken windscreen. But I've done 6,000 K. I've had it a month today. I love the color. Changes in the sun. It goes from that color to really gold. It's quite incredible. I love it. 6,000 K, averaging on the highway 11.3 liters to 100 K. On the really bad Queensland roads that we have here, I come up through the Gulf from Cairns to Mount Isa regularly. It rides brilliantly. It's no problem, where I wouldn't have taken our old Volkswagen Tiguan with low profile tires on that road. This is brilliant. Really enjoying that drive in this car. I'll be going home tomorrow, and yes, looking forward to it. Another 1,200 kilometers back, and I fill up in Croydon, and then well, here in Cloncurry, and then in Croydon, and then I'm back in Cairns with fuel to spare. So while the fuel economy isn't great and the fuel tank is small, it's okay at the moment, but they really need a larger fuel tank, and they need to come out with a rhubarb. The amount of animals that are out on the road, well, here's an example. That was from my trip out to Mount Isa the other day. So we need a rhubarb. That will be essential. And I think once the Prado comes out, they'll start throwing rhubarbs out and lots of accessories, and that'll be great. But so far, 6,000k a month, fantastic car. Really worth the money. For an environment like this, you know, I don't think there's a better car to go and experience this in. That's my opinion. It suits us perfectly. Well, I'm in Cloncurry, Western Queensland, absolute outback here. And there you can see the GX, the Overtrail, looking very at home in this very dry, hot landscape. Beautiful spot here. Bit of an annoyance with the car. Lexus didn't think this through. So, you want to go down, you turn it to the right. No, it goes up. You have to turn it that way. I know it's a small thing, but it's really quite annoying. It was designed for left-hand drive cars. Same with the drive mode. If I turn it to the right, it goes up, not down. So it's really quite annoying. I think Lexus should spend more time on little things like that, the attention to detail. So I've left Mount Isa this morning at about 5:30. It's a beautiful dawn here, coming into Cloncurry. I've spent a lot of time driving these roads in a Volkswagen Tiguan. The R-Line, it was top of the range. This thing is so much better in every way, shape, and form. There's nothing the Tiguan did better than slightly better fuel economy. This is so much more comfortable. It rides better, quieter. Yeah, there's no comparison. I find the lights on this, the headlights are fantastic. There's been a lot of cows on the road this morning already. So I'm still looking forward to getting a rhubarb. Hopefully that happens sooner than later. But yes, the highway, there's a few cars on it. When I get to Cloncurry, I'll fill up and then I'll head up to Normanton, and from Normanton to Ravenshoe back to Cairns through the Tablelands. So about 1,200 kilometers. I've got 1,500 on it right now for this trip, and a total of 6,234 kilometers on the car. So it's pretty good. Yeah, so I think I can talk with experience. 95% of the kilometers I put on have been on roads like this and gravel roads, and a lot of highway miles. One thing this thing never lacks in is power. It is so good. I'm finding it actually incredibly easy to pull out, get past, and get out of the death lane. So I've got some West Australians in front of us. I'll get past them shortly. This is the exact situation I was in when I got my broken windscreen last time, so I should back off. The adaptive cruise is great. It's really good. The only thing that's really annoying about it is that when you have it set for 100k, and you go over a rise and you come down and you hit 103, it starts beeping at you. And I haven't been able to find how to turn that off, so if anybody has any ideas, let me know. The dealership has no idea either, but at 3 kilometers over it starts binging at me even though it's driving, so that's frustrating. More roadkill, lots of roadkill along here. Luckily the cows were well behaved that I saw earlier. There were several walking along the side of the road, none in the middle of the road, which is a blessing. The whole thing, you know, leaving before dawn is not a good idea out here. Not a good idea at all. But I was up, I was awake, and I felt good, so here we go. Yep, very easy to get past. So yeah, so I'm very happy with this thing. For a big heavy car, it gets up and moves, and it gets you out of the death lane really quickly, which is what you want. I'm not sure what else. Yeah, after I fill up, I'll reset the trip meter, the consumption. It says I'm at 12 liters, but it is very hilly along here. 12 liters per 100 kilometers. On the highway, I tended to get, depending on the octane of the fuel, I found that makes a big difference in this. We got 11.1 on premium, which is hard to get out here, 98, and very expensive when you do find it. 95 is more common, but a lot of places you can only get 91. When you get 91, your fuel economy goes down, of course. The 95, I tend to average on these roads, on the flat roads, 11.3 liters to 100 kilometers. So it's a bit thirsty, but it's not the end of the world. The visibility in this thing is incredible. I really feel that you can see everything. The cameras are incredible for parking and the rest of it. Really find that the engineers did a great job in giving us visibility with a low belt line, big windows. Now if you buy one of these and you live in North Queensland or Western Australia or somewhere where the sun is really fierce, make sure you get window tint, because I'll tell you, they're big windows, they're very, very big. And windscreen insurance if you don't already have it, because I'll tell you, it's you're going to go through a few windscreens, so it'd be a good thing to make sure that you have windscreen insurance and tinted windows, because if not, it'd be like driving in a fishbowl, which I think could get a bit tedious. It's fairly quiet. The bonnet protector I've got has made a difference. It's created a bit more hood flutter, but that doesn't worry me at all. But it has made it a bit quieter. In the top right corner, there's a bit of wind noise. I don't know if it's a mirror that does it or the molding at the top, where between the black roof line and the Moon Desert paint. I'm not sure which one is causing the noise, but we're going to get the weather shields to try and see if that makes it better. I imagine it might. Driving into the morning sun is not fun. I gotta say that. But it is what it is. The sun blinds are really good. They're good size, and they slide if you want to cover more of the side window. When they swing out, they slide along. I'm not far from Cloncurry, and time to fill up. It says I have 16 kilometers left to the tank, and I have about 16 kilometers to Cloncurry. But am I worried? No. I probably have 15 liters or so in the tank, even though it says I'm empty. So we'll fill it up and we'll check that. Okay, as you can see, empty. 7 kilometers left. It's not focusing very well, but yes, 7 kilometers left. Let's see how much I've got in there. There's the, oh, you can't see it. So there you go, 65 liters. That means 15 left, so I had over 100 kilometers left, even though it said 7. Very pessimistic fuel gauge. So between Croydon and Georgetown, one of the problems with this car is it never feels like you're moving very fast. I'm doing the speed limit and I feel like I can get out and jog along beside it. I'd like to be going so much faster, but I am doing the speed limit. It's very comfortable for this. Yeah, it does really well on these types of roads. Like I've said before, it needs rhubar and a long-range tank and spotties. With those 3, you can go anywhere. It's really a lovely car to do a lot of miles in. Seats are comfortable. I love the cooled seats. It's 38 degrees Celsius right now, so it's a bit hot out there. Air conditioning in the car is brilliant. Really, really effective. And like I said, I love the cooled seats. Yeah, it's pretty good down here. So if you're thinking about getting one of these and you want to do a lot of long distance driving, it's brilliant. Look at this. This is Highway 1. Highway 1, the one that goes around Australia. This is Queensland's contribution. Single lane with a dead pig in the middle. Isn't this great? How much do we pay in taxes and they won't fix the roads? Like, look at this. This is Highway 1. Anyway, yeah, so like I was saying, brilliant car to drive long distance. Aim it at your destination, hit the adaptive cruise and just enjoy the ride, listen to some music or audiobooks. Very relaxing. I don't get stressed driving. I don't feel it's a difficult car to drive. In fact, with the visibility and the road holding, the sure-footedness of it, it's an easy car to drive. It's not exhausting. On all the trips I've done out to Mount Isa in this, I probably get there more relaxed at home, more relaxed than I did in the Tiguan, for a variety of reasons. So yes, if you want to have something great for long distance driving, get one of these. Around town, I'm still learning. I haven't done a huge amount around town, so I'm not sure, but if you're used to big car anyway. It's not that much bigger, and because the visibility is so good, the cameras are so good, I think it'll be great. As it happens, I have no issues in Cairns. I can go anywhere I want, park anywhere. It's not that big. So while it feels big, and when I first jumped in it, it felt like a shipping container on stilts compared to the Tiguan, I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, and yeah, it's brilliant. Actually, it is a really, really amazing car. Well, I'm just about finished my 1200 kilometer drive. Still feeling good. I've done 2600 kilometers since Wednesday. Feel good. Butt's not sore. Yeah, today was just an easy day on the road. Yeah, no problems. Honest review of this car is, I love it. You know, it's worth the money in my opinion. It will do everything we need it to do. Next month I have to tow a car back from Mount Isa, so I'll throw that on a car trailer, and I'm sure this will do it no problems. We're going to put a rooftop tent on. We're going to go exploring around Northern Territory and Western Queensland. So I don't think there's anything the car can't do that we need it to do. So that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so basically, if you want one, get your order in soon, because from what I understand, they're quite popular and the waiting list is starting to get a bit extensive. So yeah, go see Rob at Lexus of Cairns. Order yours, just don't get the same as me. Yes, the Moon Desert two-tone Chateau interior, I love it. It looks amazing. I get so many comments on it, and hopefully this video explains some of the things about it from an owner's perspective. A lot of people ask me about it every time I park it, so I thought I'd do a little video. Well, I think that's just about it. I will put up another video soon. Enjoy. Thanks. One of the things that you might be wondering is how can I be videoing? Well, I've got a GoPro on a windscreen attachment, and it's voice activated, so I don't have to touch it. Don't think I'm breaking the law here. Not touching it, not watching it, just driving and talking. And on that note, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. GoPro, stop recording.